Equation of lines. The first equation is the slope-intercept form of the linear equation is y equals mx plus b. M would equal the slope and b would equal the y-intercept. Y equals mx plus b and y equals 3x plus 8. 3 and the m will be the slope and the b and the 8 will be the y-intercept. Let's take it down to the example problem. Write an equation in slope-intercept form of the line with the slope of 2 and y-intercept of -3. Then graph. Alright. Since they gave you the slope of 2, you can write m equals 2. And the y-intercept of -3. b equals -3. Let's take it back to the original equation. Y equals mx plus b. Now you just plug it in. Y equals 2x minus 3. Since -3 is the y-intercept, you can use that as a starting point when you graph. So let's mark it there. 1, 2, 3. Since you can use the slope of 2 to find the next slope to make the line. So it could be 2 or 2 over 1. Or in other words, 2 units up and 1 unit to the right. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. Now you can just draw a line. And there you go. The second equation, the point slope form of the linear equation is y minus y1 equals m parentheses x minus x1, where x1 and y1 is any point on the line and m is the slope of the line. Here's an example. Y minus 5 equals -2 parentheses x minus 3. The -2 is the slope, 5 and 3 is the point on the line. Let's take it down here to the sample problem. Write an equation in point slope form of the line with slope -3 over 4 that contains -2, 4. That's the point on the line. Then graph the line. Let's take it back all the way up from the equation, which was y minus y1 equals m parentheses x minus x1. Since they give you the slope and the line that contains it, the point that contains it on the line, which is this would be x and y, and this would be m. So now you just plug it in. Y minus 4 equals -3 over 4 parentheses x minus parentheses -2. Well, this sign changes to a plus sign, so rewrite it. Y minus 4 equals -3 over 4 x plus 2. Now you can graph the given point, which is -2, 4. -2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then use the slope, -3, 4. Or in other words, 3 units down, and then 4 units right, to find the other point. So then, you start from this point, you move down, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then right 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you draw a line. There you go.
So say you wanted to find the equation of the slope of the Funflex roller coaster. You can do that by making a corner graph like I did. Each line going up is approximately 10 feet, and each line going across is approximately 5 feet. Here I drew an approximate line of the slope of the roller coaster. The equation for all lines is y equals mx plus b, where y and x are any point on the line, m is your slope, and b is your y-intercept. The first thing you need to do is find your x and y coordinates. Here I plotted down 2 points on the line, where a is 2050 and b is 3525. The next thing you need to find is your m. The m is the slope, and you can find your slope by using the slope formula, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This would be your x1, this would be your y1, this would be your x2, and this would be your y2. If you plug them in, it would look like 25 minus 50 over 35 minus 20, which would be negative 25 over 15, which reduces to negative 5 over 3. This would be your slope. The last thing we need to find is b, which is our y-intercept. Since we don't have that, we can use the information that we already do have, plug it into this equation, and solve for b. If you picked point A to plug into this equation, it would look like this. 50 equals negative 5 thirds times 20 plus b. So that would be 50 equals, these two multiplied together is approximately negative 33.3 if you round this to the nearest tenth, plus b. Add this over and you get 83.3 equals b. So now that you have everything for your equation, you plug it in to get y equals negative 5 thirds x plus 83.3. And this is the equation to the Funplex roller coaster slope.